Hi, it's Joseph. Happy Wednesday to you. I am here with my weekly video challenge, and I am in my slightly messy art studio. It's typically not quite this messy, but I had to move a lot of things in my studio because we are rehearsing for my husband's mostly one-man musical called Out of the Blue, and that is coming to a theater near you starting March 25th in 2022. So look for that. Out of the Blue, a mostly one-man musical. But I'm here in the studio to read to you for my weekly video from Out of the Blue. No, what? No! It is called 20 Years Later. This is my art book that I read to you from last week. And I wanted to read to you the very last bit, the last piece that I wrote called Further Thoughts. It's very meaningful to me, and I think you'll see why in just a moment. Further Thoughts. My mom, Trish, known to others as Pat, may she rest in peace, taught me the value of pulling the car off the side of the road and peering into other people's trash. If I protested that we were going to get caught, she'd offhandedly remark with a giggle in her voice, "Oh, don't worry, you'll never see any of these people again." Mom was on the hunt for discarded furniture, well-crafted wooden pieces that she would spend hours in the basement loving back together, stripping, staining, varnishing, and caning, drinking hordes of Pepsi. Dad drove a Pepsi truck for more than a few decades, and eating ice. Always there was ice. My first workbench was in that basement in Wilmington, Delaware, circa 1975. I was 10 years old. I'd find old boxes and put objects inside of them. Nuts, pine cones, and dried weeds, carpeting from the upstairs hallway, nails covered in rust. An early artist statement spoke of the basement too. Quote, "Standing in front of my father's workbench, admiring all that lay before me, tangled wire and rust, dusty cabinets hiding treasures beneath faded cobwebs." And so began my own love affair with scavenging, digging through objects long discarded, considering, noticing their inherent beauty, bringing life back to them. Just like my mom taught me all those years ago on the side of the road. 20 years later, it will be available for sale Black Friday, November 26th on Amazon. And I would love it if you would buy a copy. You could buy a bunch of copies for your friends and put them under the Hanukkah bush or be under the Christmas tree. People will love you for that. And thank you, Mom, for teaching me about found objects. I appreciate you. I miss you. And for you, the watcher, the listener, the reader, thanks for being here. Bye. I'm going to show you some stuff. This is some of the objects that I have on the back part of my studio. When you see these dots here, that means a visitor came and voted for their favorite piece of art, and two brothers recently visited, and unbeknownst to either of them, to each of them, they both voted for the same piece. How about that? Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I'll see you next Wednesday. Oh, and just as a heads up, December, it's all going to be about original poetry. I'm just reading my poetry for December. So let's look forward to that, because what a great month to do.